From Spring Arbor. Starting at middle hitter, a senior from Danville, Indiana, number 4, Claudia Ellis. Outside hitter, a senior from Brownsburg, Indiana, number 5, Allison Ford. And outside hitter, a junior from Zeeland, Michigan, number 6, Allison Nibble. The defensive specialist, a junior from Wayland, Michigan, number 8, Emily Johnson. The setter, a senior from Danville, Indiana, number 9, Hope Mountain. And an outside hitter, a senior from Archbald, Ohio, number 15, Macy Root. And the libero for the Cougars for tonight, a sophomore from Camden, Michigan, number 7, Francis Churchwell. The Cougars are coached by Betsy Martinez and assisted by Richard Bradstreet, Matt Rayburn, and Taylor Jackson. And it's time to get out of the feet for the starting lineup for your Trojan. Starting at middle, freshman from Whiteland, Indiana, number 4, Sarah Scott. And middle, freshman from Yorktown, Indiana, number 8, Jalen Oklahoma. Middle, a senior, Kentucky, number 9, Grace Agent. On the right side, the senior from Pittsburgh, Indiana, number 15, Wyatt Stern. And outside there, the senior from Keene, Ohio, number 16, Amanda Adams. And the center, the junior from Warsaw, Indiana, number 18, Casey Brad. The woman who will join us tonight, the senior from Fostoria, Michigan, number 7, Stephanie Mikey. Your Lord Children's Coach Bob Aaron Lee, and assistant by Paul Wilson.
Good evening. And welcome here inside Odell Arena on the campus of Taylor University for tonight's Crossroads League matchup between the receiving votes Taylor Trojans, winners of 14 of the first 16 to start the season, against Spring Arbor, who comes in 8-9 overall. Big win for the Trojans, 3-0 sweep over Goshen Wednesday night as the head coach of the Trojans, Erin Luthi, picked up her 100th career collegiate victory. And tonight she squares off with a fellow Taylor alumnus, the Hall of Famer Betsy Martinez. Betsy Brown, when she was tearing it up here inside Odell Arena. Brown elected the Hall of Fame back in 2018. 2012 grad, first 4-time NAI All-American in volleyball history. 3-time Conference Setter of the Year. She graduated with the second most assists in school history with just over 6,000 when her time as a Trojan athlete came to a close. That is, of course, in the rally scoring system, which is even more impressive that she got it after the switch to rally scoring. Taylor 4-1 on the home floor this year. Spring Arbor is 1-3 away from SAU. Taylor on the court to our left. It's their second home match of the week. They've got one more tomorrow coming up on the afternoon. Here's Casey Bragg, one of the leaders to be setter of the year this year, and we're underway from Odell Arena. Nodder to the near side of the floor. Nippelink through the hands of Amanda Adams, and Spring Arbor jumps out to a quick 1-0 advantage. It's a matchup of familiar faces tonight. The libero for Taylor, Stephanie Fifield, spent her first 2 seasons at Spring Arbor. She was teammates with the current senior class, and that includes our current setter, Claudia Ellis. Amanda Adams with the receive. Fifield up, and Dunsmore with her feet square on the floor plays it back over. Cerniak up, Bragg back to Cerniak near side. She'll sweep it over, and it's punched ahead by Johnson. Nodder in the air, up to Allison Ford. It's dug by Fifield. Behind the line swing Adams. In the far corner is Hope Nodder. Far side of the floor, Nippelink tapped down on the line by Sarah Scott. But it's out of bounds, and the point will go. Actually make it our second official across from us. Might have missignaled here, and it might be a point for Taylor. And now they'll call in our other assistant official from the far corner. So 2 Taylor alums coaching the respective teams tonight. Erin Luthi, a 2005 grad, and as we mentioned, Martinez graduated 9 years ago in 2012. So discussion here, it's either going to be 1-all in set 1 or 2-0 Spring Arbor. And there's a long discussion for just the second point. And the point will go to the Trojans. We're tied at 1. So take the kill away from Hope Nodder. And now the explanation will come to Betsy Martinez, the head coach of Spring Arbor. In her 7th season at SAU, spent some time at her alma mater, Lenawee Christian. And now Martinez will have the second official come over and talk things to our lead official on the stand down below us. So it's gone from 2-0 Spring Arbor to 1-1 in set one. And the discussion continues with our top two officials. Taylor in the home white uniforms with purple numbers, purple letters. The libero Fifield in the black. Spring Arbor in the road mustard yellow with dark blue numbers and dark blue letters. Frances Churchwell, their libero, also wears 7 like Fifield. She is clad in white. So we wait with bated breath as our two officials talk things over. Claudia Ellis comes over to discuss, and then she is sent away by the officials. In our discussion, and now they give the point back to Spring Arbor. And now Taylor head coach Aaron Luthi will get an explanation. We'll see if our down official will come over and talk to our lead official for the third time on the second set of the night, or second serve of the night. (2-0 Spring Arbor on the first two serves here of the opening frame. Depending on how this thing goes, we might be revisiting this with head coach Aaron Luthi after our match tonight. So Hope Notter has the kill right now after it was taken away from her, then given back. It got tangled up in Sarah Scott's hands across from us. It didn't have the best vantage point from our angle about where the ball landed. Didn't look like it went off the far side antenna. And both benches right now trying to keep their energy level up on the respective side. All right, we're ready to go. Neat. Claudia Ellis, one of 3 Spring Arbor Cougars from the great state of Indiana. She's from Danville. And she goes back to serve with her team SAU out front 2-0. A sidewinder to the back row that Adams sends to the sky. Bragg underneath, far side of the floor. Dunsmore will two-arm it over. Ellis up to Notter, near side to Ford, blocked over by her high school mate Cerniak along with Dunsmore. Ford tees this one up and drives it home with a right hand. 3-0 Spring Arbor out of the gate as Allison Ford, the Covenant Christian grad, along with Cerniak and her setter Notter. A couple of years ago, Ford had a devastating knee injury, and it's good to see 5 in yellow back out there with very minimal, any braces or anything on that knee. And now the ace is in for Claudia Ellis, her 18th ace of the season. And the Trojans have come out sluggish here in the opening frame. Adams exits, and they'll bring in Chloe Holtz in the back row for the Trojans. Holtz, the 5'7" freshman defensive specialist. So Adams, a 6th rotation player, the 5th-year senior, taking her COVID year of eligibility to come back with her classmate Grace Isaacs. And Taylor stares down a 4-0 hole here to start set one. This one will be a gift as Ellis sends that one deep by a couple of feet. So the Trojans break through on the scoreboard. They trail by 3, 4-1. Carly Ware, the junior from Sellersburg, Indiana, on for the first time. The converted outside hitter sends it over. Notter pops it high in the air, near side, big swing, and Ware will send this one up to the rafters on a big swing from Fortress. Adams back in and will softly tap it over. Notter back to the far side, Nibelink. Diving dig is Ware's, Fifield underneath. Near side is tapped over, and it just misses the near sideline as Cerniak couldn't get her fingertips on it. Back to a 4-point SAU advantage as Emily Johnson exits and McKenna Peters on for the first time for SAU. Allison Ford, 7 kills and 6 errors in the setback against Indiana Wesleyan on Wednesday night. But Ford, the leader in kills with almost 190 coming in for the Cougars. Adams does her thing on the far side, and her first termination gets a standing O from some Taylor students down below us. 5-2 the SAU lead in set one. Taylor has dropped just 2 matches all season, both to nationally ranked opponents. Number 2 Jamestown. As this one blocked over, Cerniak and Isaacs near side. Cerniak 1 block on Wednesday, 6 for Isaacs. As the Trojans had double-figure blocks and owned the net against Goshen on Wednesday evening. Their other setback was to top 15 team Marion for their only home loss. Back set far side Nibelink. It's Fifield who digs it skyward. Bragg to Adams. Blocked and it goes off of her face. A huge block far side. Nibelink and Roop with a tag team over there. So the two teams trade massive blocks. Remember Ocerniak, who ended set one Wednesday with a big swing off the face of Bellamy of Goshen. And Adams gets the redirect off the face here. Ware pirouettes out of the way, and the second service error sails out for SAU, this time from Allison Ford. Taylor back to within a deuce, down 6-4 in set one. Trojans on the left side of the net. Spring Arbor is on the right. Parrott, one of the top Trojans and aces with 18 coming in, was one of the top Crossroads League servers and aces a year ago. Nodder to the near side, swept over deep by Peters. Ware to Bragg, second swing, dug nicely by Eliason. This over, Fifield with a dig on the try from Roop. Isaacs with that snap swing, dug into the air by Eliason with her right forearm. Into the net, off the tape, popped back over on the second try by Casey Bragg. She blocks this one, but it's just out of bounds on a soft block on the soft touch from Peters. Every time Taylor gets to within two, SAU pushes it right back to three. The libero Churchwell will handle the serving here for the Cougars. A spirited Taylor student section down below us, kept alive by Bragg on the serve, and Parrott will right arm it over. Diving dig by Churchwell to keep one alive. Behind the line swing from Ford, tap to the net, and that one will sail out of play. Second kill of set one for Allison Ford. A slow start for the Trojans, coming off their convincing win Wednesday when they also racked up 12 errors Wednesday night in set one before calming down and controlling things in 2 and 3. Bragg, near sideline Parrott, softly over, leaning dig is Ford's. Nodder sends it skyward off the top of the tape, out of the reach of Fifield, and Peters will play it off the top of the tape and get her second kill, and that will force a Taylor timeout. Set one has Spring Arbor in front 9-4 over Taylor, on the Trojan Sports Network.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Your heart, well, your heart is everything to you and your body, and its favorite place to be is home. Marion General Hospital has been named a nationally accredited chest pain center, which is the highest accomplishment in cardiovascular care. We are proud to provide our community with a team of cardiac
Well, not what Taylor was hoping after getting head coach Aaron Luthier her 100th career win at Taylor on Wednesday. Spring Arbor can do no wrong in the opening set. They've got 1 ace, 5 kills, and 1 error. The Trojans, 1 kill, 3 errors. And they find themselves on the wrong side to the Trojans of a 9-4 disadvantage. Isaacs out of the Taylor timeout, blocked and dug by SAU. Forward by Ware on her dig try. Bragg up high, Adams to the back row, dug forward by Ford. Nodder sends it high, Ford goes and gets it. It goes right off the top of the tape and down in the back row. They'll give Isaacs credit for the solo block. Second one for the fifth-year senior Isaacs. And it's a 9-5 Taylor disadvantage with Adams to serve. Swept over to the back row, tapped and then dug up. It'll be the third hit, tapped down nicely. Good read in the front of the net by Claudia Ellis. The overpass came soaring back over the net, and Ellis calmly tapped it down with 2 hands. 10-5 Spring Arbor. Emily Johnson in to serve with McKenna Peters exiting. Fifield, the former SAU Cougar, to Bragg. Isaacs through the block and dug off of 1 foot by Johnson. Near side Ford, she's blocked, and it's dug by Churchwell of SAU. In the middle, Ellis, just out of the reach of a diving Fifield. She kept her hands on it, but then it went off the fingertips of Amanda Adams, trying to get that second hit back into play. 11-5 for the visitors. Spring Arbor comes in tied for 7th with Grace and St. Francis. As Parrott tries to keep it alive, Isaacs won't be able to play it forward. It's another ace for SAU as everything continues to roll for those wearing mustard yellow. They come in 8-9. They've played 9 of their 17 matches on neutral courts this year where they've been very effective. Just one road win this year, trying to pick up number 2, and it's starting off well tonight. They're up a 12-5. Adams' swing off the top of the tape, and that'll be 4 hits against Taylor, as Taylor just cannot get out of their way in the opening set, now down by a match-high 8. 13-5. And now 13-6 as Johnson serves that one into the net. Out of the 6 Taylor points here in the opening frame, 5 of them have come from Spring Arbor. 3 on miscues from the service line and 2 on attack errors. Just 1 kill, and that belongs to Amanda Adams. Tap over Ellis. Parrott read it, but couldn't get there in time as it went off the front of her fingertips and out of play. Another kill for SAU as they've jumped out to an 8-point lead, 14-6. As the Trojans look all discombobulated here tonight. 2 blocks for Taylor as well. They have really struggled after controlling things Wednesday. Serve to the back row, received by Fifield. Parrott, left side, Scott backpedals and drives it over. Her momentum was carrying her towards the far side scores table. Just tried to get it over with a right hand, and she did more than that. And cashes in and gets her first kill, the second one for Taylor here in set 1. Adams out, Holtz the defensive specialist back in the back row as Taylor goes to 3 DSs on the backside of the formation. They have really struggled to pass here on the opening set. And Holtz plays one calmly to Bragg. Far side, Scott tools off the block and back-to-back kills for the freshman Sarah Scott. She wears number 4, formerly owned by Julia Pomeranke. And both she and Scott have a different level of strength, and so it seems fitting that Scott wears Julia's former number. Taylor down by 8, 15-7 here in set 1. Near side, Nibelink off the block. Scott calls and digs. Bragg back set to Cerniak, and the all-league selection on the board for the first time. And that gets the Taylor fans out of their seats. Taylor to within 5. They've scored 3 in a row. Bragg, no slouch in the ace department as well, as 19 on the year. Scooped forward by Churchwell, the libero. Down the middle comes Ford. Nice diving try by Scott, and then Ellis was ready to tee it up, and she hit it off the top of the net. First miscue in a long while for SAU. And the run is now 4 straight, and the Trojans right back into this one, down 14-10. Bragg continuing to serve. This one on the heels received by Johnson. Nodder, far side Ford, dug near side by Holtz of Taylor. Bragg, back set, Cerniak to the back row, and that one had too much juice. Cerniak a little bit upset with herself, as had the swing that she wanted, just couldn't place it down in time. (16-9), the SAU lead, and Holtz limbos out of the way. Service error number 4 for the visitors. 16-10, Scott out, gets a nice high five from Jessica Dodane. Holtz exits as well, as Dunsmore and Ware back in for the home side. In the middle, Ford, nice changeup dug by Bragg. Fifield giving Cerniak a go. She had to play it back, and that will be 4 hits against the home team. After a driving kill for Cerniak to get her on the board, she's had back-to-back attack errors. And after Taylor had got to within 5, they now trail by 7 once again, 17-10. Deep serve off the fingertips of Fifield of Taylor. Left sideline, Adams. Side step through the block and down for her second kill. 17-11, the Trojan advantage. Got off on my math early. I want to make sure my math was right here. Be interesting to see if Taylor could get this back to within 3. If Coach Martinez over at SAU would take a timeout. Dug in the back row by Ware of Taylor. Bragg cross court left side Adams, and she's solo blocked by Allison Nibelink, the junior from Zeeland, Michigan. Her second block. That's the second time that Adams has been rejected on that far sideline. The first one careened back off of her face. This one went right back to where it came from. Eliason to serve it over. Standing righty smash. And Ware watches that one sail out of bounds. 5th service error for Spring Arbor here in set 1. Just 2 attack errors. Taylor has 8 of them. Still a negative attack hitting percentage for the Trojans. But SAU has helped Taylor stick around thanks to those 5 service miscues. Parrott trying to get an ace. Ford scrapes it off the parquet floor. Through the block, and Fifield will sky it on the Peters try from SAU. Left sideline Adams into the net, and things continue to be out of rhythm for Taylor here in set 1. 7-point clearance for SAU at 19-12. The libero Churchwell will send it over for SAU. Parrott up, Bragg, slide near side to Isaacs, right on the back line, and Isaacs called that one from right down below us. And Taylor back to within 6. They've fallen behind by as much as 8 before going on a big run to cut it to 4. Notter, back set, big swing, tapped back by McKenna Peters. There's Scott again. The lone bright spot for Taylor here in the opening set. Tag team with Isaacs, who's got her hands on all 3 of Taylor's rejections. And Taylor to within 5. Can they make it 4? That's the closest they've been in some time. Near side Ellis, tapped off the hands of Grace Isaacs. Splendidly done by Claudia Ellis. Hung in the air, faked like she was going to let it rip, and then changed it up at the last moment. And it's back to a 6-point advantage for SAU on the second termination from Claudia Ellis. Holtz back in. She replaces Adams in the back row. That's what Taylor has done the majority of this opening back half of the set. Back set Isaacs from Bragg, and she sends that one into the netting. Taylor just cannot get out of their own way. 10 errors for the Trojans. They had 12 in the first set against Goshen on Wednesday, but a much different team on the other side of the net tonight on a Friday night. Back set Bragg. Isaacs gets it over this time. Scooped off the floor by Eliason. Ellis, tapped by Isaacs, controlled by Parrott. Bragg to Scott, and it's blocked over once again by SAU. Claudia Ellis, her first. Hope Notter with one as well. Block number 3 for Spring Arbor. And the visitors 3 points away from taking a set 1 victory. And their lead back up to a match-high 8. In the middle, Scott off the top of the tape and dug skyward by Notter. They give 4 to go near side, slapped by Parrott on the dig. Bragg to the sky, and Parrott will rainbow it over. Stepping in front is Churchwell, near side to Ford. Cross-court dig by the former Cougar in Fifield, but then Bragg turns and hits it right into the net. Bragg with that big left hand trying to catch SAU napping. And now it's 23-14 Spring Arbor. But a 6th service miscue makes it 23-15. That's the only blemish for Spring Arbor here in the opening set. 6 serves have ended up either in the net or going long. Jessica Dodane, the shortest player on the floor, at 5 feet even, will serve it over. Notter over Elias, tapped over by Ford, dug by Parrott of Taylor. Dunsmore tries to get going, but Churchwell's there for the dig in the backside. Off the block beautifully by Allison Ford. She leaned heavy to her left and careened it off the forearm of the Taylor block. 3rd block for Ford, and it's set point for SAU. 24-15 the lead in set 1. As the Trojans have committed 12 attack errors here in this opening frame, SAU has just 10 kills to their name. Set point serve is Notters, the setter. Bragg far side Dunsmore has not been able to get going here in the opening set. Notter back set far side Nibelink, and that's how the first set will come to a close. Second kill for Nibelink as the Trojans looked all out of sorts in the opening set. Spring Arbor takes set one by a 25-15 final.
Greek's Pizzeria in Upland opened its doors in December of 2017. Over the years, there have been more than 140 Greeks opened across the country, with 24 Indiana locations. When it comes to pizza, Greeks offers customers the option to create their own pizza or to try one of Greek's specialized pizzas. Greeks uses fresh, homemade hand-tossed dough, Greek's Italian sauce, select blended cheeses, gourmet toppings, and the same method of preparation since the first restaurant opened in 1969. The kitchen can also whip up a sandwich served on fresh French-style bread, or it can put that sandwich into a pizza shell wrap. Customers can also add breadsticks or French-style bread as a side item. Greeks also offers a selection of salads and assorted dressings as well. Greeks is located just off Main Street in Upland and is a proud supporter of Taylor University Athletics. Greek's Pizzeria, it's our taste.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, we agree, and we'd like to help. Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Ryan Jones, Mark Sieglin, and Rob Sisson, can help you get started today. They are proud corporate partners of Taylor University Athletics. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland is proud to support Taylor University Athletics. Located at 148 South Main Street, Best One is open 6 days a week. Owner Mike Pearson and his staff offer replacement tires from brands like Bridgestone, Firestone, and Goodyear. Customers can also shop for tires from the comfort of their home by using the online tire finder. When it's time for mechanical repairs, Best One's ASE certified technicians can perform a wide range of services to get their customers back on the road. And those same technicians can do repairs on fleet vehicles as well. Taylor Athletics says thank you to Mike Pearson and everyone at Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
A dominating set one win for Spring Arbor. They hit 235 in set one, 11 kills, 3 errors. The Trojans could not get out of their own way. 6 kills, 12 errors for a negative 207 hitting percentage. The only blemish for SAU in the opening frame, they had 6 service errors. 3 kills for Claudia Ellis, 4 for Allison Ford to lead the match, 2 for Amanda Adams, and 2 for Sarah Scott. Just 4 assists for Bragg in that opening frame. Fifield had 5 digs, and Grace Isaacs led the way with 3 blocks. 2 blocks in the first set for SAU. We say hello to Troy and Kim Rushing, their daughter Kinsley running the computer tonight, our producer on site. And we thank the rest of you folks for tuning in tonight as well. First serve for SAU. They're still in the court to our right, and their setter Notter will send it over. Bragg, Cerniak blocked. Cerniak limbos out of the way, but as Bragg tried to loop it over, it hit the near side antenna. So give the block to Ellison Ford. There's the 3rd block of the night for SAU. And the serve goes out of bounds. 7th service error for SAU. 1-1. Oh no. We had a marathon discussion after the second serve of set 1 that went from 2-0 Spring Arbor to 1-1, then back to 2-0 Spring Arbor. Looks like we had just a substitution miscue, so thankfully much quicker on the conversation than what we had in the opening frame. Fifield will serve it over, the team leader in aces. Near side Nibelink, and she'll send that one into the net. And there is the Trojans' first lead of the night, 2-1, on the first miscue from Nibelink. And the Taylor students have made their way over from the dining commons, and they have provided much-needed energy here in set 2. Forward with a laser beam, dug by her former teammate Fifield. Bragg tries to pick the back corner in the middle. Ellis taps, Fifield dives and couldn't get there in time. Another crafty try from Claudia Ellis, her 4th kill, and she'll go back to serve. 2-2 in set 2. As Macy Roop returns for the visitors, replacing the libero Churchwell. Ellis a knuckleball, Fifield, Bragg punches it back, dances off the net on the try from Cerniak. Near side Ford over her former high school teammate, dug by her former college teammate Fifield. Adams through the block attempt, and set 2 goes back Taylor's way, up 3-2. 3rd kill for Amanda Adams. Spirit fingers from the Taylor bench across from us, Spirit fingers from the Taylor students down below us. Maybe Spirit fingers for you folks at home. Backset Nibelink had to shuffle her feet, but it didn't offset her too much as she drops that one right in front of 3 different Taylor players in the back row. 3rd termination for Nibelink, and set 2 even at 3-3. Here's Allison Ford. Fifield to Bragg, backset Adams, changes her spot on the floor, and that one finds the parquet. Big swing from Adams, her 4th kill, but they've been snuffed out by 3 miscues. Can she turn her match around, starting here in the 2nd stanza? Notter, backset Nibelink, steps right in and drops home a hammered right hand. 4th kill for Nibelink, good bounce back for 6 in mustard yellow. Nibelink, a 6-foot junior, just 3 kills Wednesday against Indiana Wesleyan. She has 4 right now in the early stages of set 2. Bragg, backset Isaacs, who soars over everyone, and she could have picked anywhere on the floor to place it and tomahawked it down. Five for Taylor on the big kill from Isaacs. Dodane up to Notter. Near side, nice little change by Eliason. Or make it Peters. Behind the line swing, Adams. Into the hands of Roop and sent skyward. Ford behind the line. That'll be blasted out of bounds. First 2-point lead for Taylor tonight. They're up 6-4. Taylor down 1-0 in the match tonight after having a disappointing set 1. Dodane has that one gain air as it went off her hand, just kept soaring high like an airplane and then sailed out of bounds. First service error for Taylor tonight, and it brings SAU to within 1. Churchwell, the libero, to serve. Adams, Bragg, Dunsmore. Nice dig on the ricochet from Notter. Near side, Peters, change up, dig by Scott. Bragg to Dunsmore, who called for it. Her change up, played backwards by Notter. Churchwell right hands it over. Parrott to Bragg. Far sideline, Scott, who went full extension and somehow played it over on her fingertips. But then Peters missiles one through along the near sideline. Big swing from Peters, the senior from Shelby, Michigan. They list Peters at 5'4", but that looks to be a gross mistype. If she is 5'4", she is the most athletic 5'4" person walking the planet. Here's Peters again. This Adams dig goes back over the net, and Churchwell controls. Tapped, dug by Parrott. Bragg on a second hit, splits the 2 defenders in the back row. And that gives the Taylor students something to cheer about. Well, they list Churchwell at 5'3", and Peters is a solid head taller than she is. So let's put Peters down for 5'9", 5'10". Ellis definitely 6 feet tall, drop shot, dug out by Fifield. Bragg ushers Fifield out of the way, and Scott will blast it deep. Ford went for the dig, but pulled her arms back at the last moment. Taylor wants a tip at the front of the net. It will not come. And set 2 is level at 7. Johnson to serve for SAU. Bragg, quick set, Scott, and her strong night continues. Third termination for Sarah Scott as she finds the same success moving to the right side of the floor like Adams has had all night. 8-7 Trojans. And Ware will softly play it short, sliding in for the receive is Johnson. Ford unleashes one and is dug in the back row by Ware. Adams, a little slap over that. Churchwell pops up high. Notter, quick set to Ellis, off the tape and dug by Adams. Bragg, back set Cerniak, and Churchwell's dig goes to the SAU bench. The Taylor students knew what was coming. They just didn't get the result that they wanted. This time they do, as Cerniak pulls the changeup and pulls the string like a Luke Carlson changeup during the springtime. 9-7 the Taylor lead as Notter will play it in the middle. Ford shuffles her feet. It's dug by Bragg of Taylor. Fifield, left side, Amanda Adams. Dig goes back over. Dunsmore waits, and she knows exactly what to do with it. First kill, Dunsmore. 3-point Taylor lead, and that forces a Spring Arbor timeout. We're back next with more on the Trojan Sports Network.
When you need the fuel to be your nephew's #1 fan, Holiday Inn Express. We're there, so you can be too.
Greek's Pizzeria in Upland opened its doors in December of 2017. Over the years, there have been more than 140 Greeks opened across the country, with 24 Indiana locations. When it comes to pizza, Greeks offers customers the option to create their own pizza or to try one of Greek's specialized pizzas. Greeks uses fresh, homemade, hand-tossed dough, Greek's Italian sauce, select blended cheeses, gourmet toppings, and the same method of preparation since the first restaurant opened in 1969. The kitchen can also whip up a sandwich served on fresh French-style bread, or can put that sandwich into a pizza shell wrap. Customers can also add breadsticks or French-style bread as a side item. Greeks also offers a selection of salads and assorted dressings as well. Greeks is located just off Main Street in Upland.
A rowdy Odell Arena for the second time this week. And Taylor's giving them a lot to cheer about in the second set, up 10-7. Ellis blocked back over on the good try by Adams. Near sideline, Ford out of the reach of Ware. And Allison Ford, our first player to 5 terminations. Good response for SAU out of the timeout. They had 11 kills and 3 errors in set 1, 5 and 2 here in set 2. The Trojans 12 errors in set 1, 2 so far tonight in set 2. Notter the setter over. Bragg, back set Dunsmore off the tape and kept alive nicely by Ford. She gets it back near side from Notter, and Taylor will get a double hit against SAU. First time that's been called tonight. We used to see the Sammy 2 guys down in the first couple of rows of Odell Arena. Now it is filled up with the Taylor football team. They've been loud, they've been proud. And not just in volleyball, they were at soccer at the beginning of their practice on Wednesday as the women defeated Georgetown on Wednesday. Fifield digs, Bragg plays it back, avoids the net, and then Amanda Adams dented the floor with her right hand. Woo! It was like time stopped for a moment, and then Amanda Adams brought the earth back into rotation. Ellis, dig from Bragg on the near side. They're going to give Cerniak a go. Blocked and dug by Fifield. Bragg in the middle to Isaacs. Tried to float it to the back rows. There was a whole bunch of space open, and it just missed the back row by about a foot. And you can see head coach Erin Luthi snapping her wrist, reminding her players to snap that wrist down and don't hit a line drive out. 3-point Taylor lead at 12-9. Ellis, a sidewinder that Ware will play up to Bragg. Cerniak is blocked over and dug by Bragg. Fifield, back to Cerniak, blocked again, dug by Bragg. Ware keeps it alive, but this one dies at the bottom of the net right before Bragg could get her hands on it. Fourth block for SAU, and they've gotten the closest they've been in a couple of serves, trailing 12-10 as they try to go up 2-0 in the match tonight. Ellis just over the top of the tape. Fifield, Bragg, Cerniak, change up near side, craftily done by Ryan Cerniak. Third for the lefty, and Amanda Adams pointed right at both temples, saying, be smart, you know exactly what to do. And that changeup has worked almost every time for Ryan tonight. 13-10 home side as Parrott rips one over. Off the floor, scraped from Ford. Nibelink far side. First time we've seen her in a minute and a half. Here's Adams right down near side. Sixth termination for Adams as she's put her disastrous first set behind her for the time being. 14-10 home side with Parrott. That monster top spin serve trying to lock and load here. Nikki had an ace Wednesday against Goshen, looking for Taylor's first ace of the night here. 4-point Taylor lead, scooted forward by Johnson. Nodder, up high, Nibelink. Change up, but it was too soft. Did not cross the net. Second error for Nibelink, and Taylor takes their largest lead of the night at 5. Taylor a completely different team here in set 2. Spirit fingers out in full force. Nodder, high near side to Roop, dug by a leaning Nikki Parrott. In the middle, Adams has been on fire in set 2, blocked and dug by Bragg. Back to Adams' left side, and this dig attempt sails over the net. Net violation against Nibelink. She got into the net right before Adams let it loose. Parrott with the hot hand serving goes back. Received nicely by Churchwell. Nodder's got to race to the far side to get it. Ford will turn and hit that one into the net. Her third attack error. 7-point Taylor lead, and Spring Arbor will take their second and final timeout here of the second frame. 3 errors for SAU in the first set. They've got 6 so far in set 2, and Taylor leads by 7.
Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland is proud to support Taylor University Athletics. Located at 148 South Main Street, Best One is open 6 days a week. Owner Mike Pearson and his staff offer replacement tires from brands like Bridgestone, Firestone, and Goodyear. Customers can also shop for tires from the comfort of their home by using the online tire finder. When it's time for mechanical repairs, Best One's ASE certified technicians can perform a wide range of services to get their customers back on the road. And those same technicians can do repairs on fleet vehicles as well. Taylor Athletics says thank you to Mike Pearson and everyone at Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland.
Ivanhoe's has been serving Taylor students since 1965, when Ivan and Carol Slane purchased the restaurant. Located on Main Street, Ivanhoe's is less than a mile from the Taylor campus and is open 7 days a week. The menu features choices for lunch, dinner, as well as 100 different milkshakes and sundaes. Customers can find other dessert items as well. The staff is proud to support Taylor University and appreciates the support.
Well, you see, we've got some more friends joining us here in the middle section of Odell. Yeah, everybody come on. Let's pile in here. Yeah, keep coming. Yeah, just walk on. We're good. We're all family. Yeah, keep coming. Come on. We're all good. We're just get close like you like each other. That's all right. Taylor up 17-10. We're good. We got friends around us now. Change up Nibelink. Into the net, and Taylor leads by 8, 18-10. Hello, friends. Yes, everybody. Yes, everybody come over. We got plenty of room here. Just pack in like you like each other. Oh, now it's cozy here. This is fun. Taylor up 18-10 here in the second set as Parrott will rip one over. Johnson, Ford, back row, just over the line by a whisker. Spring Arbor pleads for a touch of the net that will not come. And Taylor opens up a 19-10 lead here in set 2 after getting dominated in set 1. Who needs that right section anyway? That section's boring. This is where the fun is, right here in the middle. 19-10 Taylor. Parrott has a hot hand serving and rips another one over. Churchwell dives. Notter comes in to save it. Near side into the net again for Sarah Eliason. Errors piling up in bunches for Spring Arbor. And the Trojans have doubled up Spring Arbor 20-10 here in the second set. Whatever ghoul was inhabiting the Taylor bodies in set one has been exhumed here in set two. Big swing, blocked up. Bragg will keep it alive on the Eliason try. Far sideline, Adams. Blocked back, Parrott finds it over her shoulder. Bragg to Isaacs, who finds the open far corner. Third kill for Grace Isaacs, and that gives our new friends here in the middle section something to cheer about. 21-10, the Taylor lead, as Parrott will go back to serve. She's been wonderful here in the second frame, has done everything except get an ace. Ford through the block, Parrott gets another dig. Bragg, Adams goes back to get it, swept over, dug by Churchwell, and then scooped over barely by SAU. Bragg turns and plays it into the near side corner. A miserable set one has been anything but in set two. 22-10 Taylor. Parrott picks on Churchwell, the libero. Notter in the middle to Roop. She changed it up and takes a page out of Ryan Cerniak's book. First kill for Macy Roop, and that stops the Taylor roll and makes it 22-11. This is awesome. This is how good it is tomorrow. Imagine when Indiana Wesleyan gets in here tomorrow. Isaacs through the block, dug by a leaping Churchwell. Blocked back over the try from Peters. Notter, high to Peters again. Dug in the back row by sliding Ware. Bragg up top, Adams, deflected, and Churchwell plays it in the middle for SAU. Peters again, change up, and Adams is right there. Bragg, Isaacs wants the back corner. Ping-ponged around, and then SAU will drop it down. Parrott with a diving dig. Bragg up high, and Adams will sidearm it over. Notter, quick set in the middle to Roop. Right there is Fifield. Bragg, Adams far side, and that brings it to 23-11. Seventh termination for Amanda Adams, who had a set one to forget, but is putting together a set two to remember. Sarah Scott back in. She has been a force for Taylor tonight. And we're ready to rock and roll. Taylor dominating set two, up 23-11. 14 kills, just 4 errors for the home side. Near side, Peters. She's blocked by Bragg and Isaacs. And we're to set point in set two. Whatever Aaron Luthi said between sets 1 and 2, she should say before every match and before every set. Adams will hit this one into the net. The second service error for Taylor tonight, and that slows the celebration for a moment. Taylor up by 12, still set point in set number 2. Bragg, near side, Isaacs through the block. Diving attempt by Johnson sends it skyward. Actually make that Eliason with the dig, and Ford will two-arm it over. Bragg, slide, Isaacs right to the face of Francis Churchwell for the second match in a row. A fifth-year senior, or the Trojans, end the set by drilling the ball into an opponent's face. 25-12, we're tied at 1 to set 3 next.
Join the Trojan Club today and support Taylor student athletes 12 months a year. The Trojan Club has 4 different levels of membership for you to choose from. Each level receives complimentary season tickets, while the Athletic Director's Circle and Trojan MVP levels receive gifts from the Athletic Department. Over the years, members have helped supply the funds for a sports information position, purchasing equipment for teams and the athletic training staff, and providing broadcasts of Trojan athletics like the one you're enjoying right now. With the support of alumni and friends, the Taylor combination of spiritual growth, outstanding academics, and a highly competitive intercollegiate athletic program can continue. To join, call 765-998-5311 or log on to TaylorTrojans.com and click on the Trojan Club tab at the top of the homepage.
The Trojan Club, supporting Taylor University student athletes.
Your heart, well, your heart is everything to you and your body, and its favorite place to be is home. Marion General Hospital has been named a nationally accredited chest pain center, which is the highest accomplishment in cardiovascular care. We are proud to provide our community with a team of cardiac experts throughout MGH, from our ambulance and emergency room to our cardiovascular departments, in partnership with our experienced local cardiologists and interventional cardiologists from St. Vincent's Medical Group. The same level of cardiovascular expertise in bigger cities at larger hospitals is available right here. Everyone has their expertise. At MGH, our expertise is your heart, bringing the best in the nation home to you. Your heart is in the right place at MGH.
When you need the fuel to be your nephew's #1 fan, Holiday Inn Express. We're there, so you can be too.
Well, we had a lot of fun in set 2. Our friends are now around us. We're having a good time here inside Odell Arena. Taylor blisters through set 2, 25-12. Amanda Adams, 8 kills to lead the way for both teams, 3 errors. 4 kills for Isaacs, 3 for Cerniak, 2 for Bragg, 3 for Scott, 5 for Allison Ford, and 4 apiece for Allison Nibelink and Claudia Ellis of Spring Arbor. Taylor with the serve of set 3. They're in the floor to the left, and we're underway, tied at 1 in the match tonight. Nodder, near side Nibelink, diving dig, Fifield swept over nicely by Dunsmore, but snuffed out by Churchwell of SAU. Ford made that Churchwell, near side Cerniak through the block and in front of Churchwell, and the Trojans for the first time tonight score on the opening serve of a set. I know this has been drilled into the ground a lot if you watched athletics this fall. But, man, I've missed having the students here for moments that we've got going tonight. Ware with the ace, first of the night for Taylor. It's 2-0 Taylor out of the gates here in set 3. A packed house, and they have been rowdy from the first serve. In the middle, nice swing from Claudia Ellis. First time we've called Four's name in a while. Her 5th termination, she'll go back to serve, and SAU on the board. 2-1, set 3. Both teams had convincing wins in the first 2 sets. The Taylor students rowdy down below us. You didn't need me to tell you that. Knuckleball swing, or serve, dive, and save Fifield. Tap to the front of the net, and Adams will get the kill. 9th termination for Amanda Adams. Was not herself in set 1, is back to her normal self in the early parts of 3. Fifield, the libero, the Trojans leader in aces with 22 coming in. Pinballed around, and then SAU just looks right at themselves, and the ball lands right between Allison Ford and Allison Nibelink. 4-1 Taylor. SAU could do no wrong in set 1. They have stubbed their toe a lot in 2 and 3. Sliding dig, Fifield. Bragg just had it go over her head by a hair. Good swing from Allison Ford for her 6th kill. 4-2 Trojans. SAU with the serve. Johnson exits, and Ford will do the serving. And then Ford will give the ball back. No! That one just clips the far sideline. First ace for Ford, third for Spring Arbor. Their first in set one. And a quick back-to-back points for the visitors have them to within one. Ford will not go back to the far sideline as much. It's received this time by Ware. Adams unloads, and she's the first Trojan with 10 kills. 5-3 Taylor. And Parrott will do the serving. Was a rock star in set two from the service line. Nodder, quick set in the middle to Roop, off of the hands of Parrott. Actually make that Abigail Fernahue. First time we've seen Fernahue tonight. She's a 6-foot freshman from Bryan, Ohio. 5-4, the Taylor advantage in set three with the match even at a set aside. Eliason plays it deep, Fifield forward to Bragg. Adams right side. This one sent all the way to the back wall, and Amanda Adams gets kill number 11. You heard in our post-match interview with Aaron Luthi on Wednesday, talking to other coaches in the league, they said, well, who do you have coming back for their extra of eligibility? She said, just two girls named Amanda Adams and Grace Isaacs. And then she saw the coaches and the rest of the league start to shudder with fear. That's what happens when you bring back two all-league players. Adams already to 1,000 kills, and Isaacs has blossomed since her sophomore year. 7-4 Taylor after the ball hit into the net by SAU. A sprint and just out of the reach of Parrott and Fifield as Adams got a piece of it, but not enough to play it back. But the hustle is rewarded with standing O's from the football players down below us. 7-5 on the McKenna Peters kill. Third one for her tonight. Bragg, near side Isaacs, back corner, in. Isaacs has got a knack for finding the line and the open parts of the floor and gets kill number 5 for the super senior out of Kentucky. Back in front by 3 are the Trojans. Nodder, quick set in the middle, blocked over and controlled by Eliason. Nodder back set to Nibelink, actually make that Peters. Blocked again, this time Scott and Dunsmore. Far side again, they try Dunsmore and Scott around him. Dodane will play it up, Bragg goes back row, and Ford has it go off her hands. She wanted to pull her hands back, but she kept him out, and Bragg gets kill number 3. 9-5, the Taylor advantage in set 3. Trying to go up 2-0 in the match tonight after having a disappointing set 1. Nodder pops it high, near side Ellis. Scott digs and plays it back. Bragg underneath, back to Scott, left sideline. Look at the changeup from the freshman Sarah Scott. 10-5 Taylor. Timeout Spring Arbor. The juice is back inside Odell Arena. The home team leads 10-5 in set 3.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, we agree, and we'd like to help. Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Ryan Jones, Mark Sieglin, and Rob Sisson, can help you get started today. They are proud corporate partners of Taylor University Athletics. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Ivanhoe's has been serving Taylor students since 1965, when Ivan and Carol Slane purchased the restaurant. Located on Main Street, Ivanhoe's is less than a mile from the Taylor campus and is open 7 days a week. The menu features choices for lunch, dinner, as well as 100 different milkshakes and sundaes. Customers can find other dessert items as well.
Odell Arena, the place to be on a Friday night in Upland, Indiana and Grant County. After getting blistered by 10 in set 1, the Trojans had a convincing set 2 win. They're up by 5 in set 3. Ellis hangs, Parrott digs, and it's tapped down near side by McKenna Peters. Good read from Peters for her 4th kill. The second or third time tonight, Spring Arbor gets a point out of one of their timeouts. They trail 10-6. Johnson to serve. Standing righty smash. Adams up to Bragg. Quick set, Dunsmore, huge block. Fifield almost got her hands on it. That's the 3rd time we've seen Spring Arbor wait for a monster swing from the right side, and that thing is shot out of a cannon off the ricochet. 5th block for the visitors, that one for Ellis and Nodder. Near side, Scott tools off the block. 5 kills for the freshman, Sarah Scott. Taylor could not string, or has struggled to get side outs in set 1. They have done much better of that here in set 2 and set 3. Bragg will serve over to the near side, played back. Nodder's got to hustle after it, and it will be played back, and this will be an ace for Bragg. He's either going to be a 4th hit or an ace, and it's the ace. 12-7 Taylor here in set 3. Match all level at 1. Played back. Dunsmore tees off as the overpass was like easy money for Jalen Dunsmore. 2nd kill for the freshman, who had 3 kills and 14 tries and 5 blocks Wednesday. Bragg to the top of the tape. 3rd service error for the home team tonight. Abby Rissman in for a moment. Allison Nibelink back in for Spring Arbor. It'll be Nodder to serve. Adams sends the serve skyward. Fifield shuffles underneath. Dunsmore punches it over and avoids the net. Near side Johnson, forward, blocked. Fifield dives and digs. Bragg back. Cerniak just couldn't get there in time. 7th kill for Allison Ford. And SAU draws back to within 4, down 13-9. Just 1 attack error for SAU. Taylor with just 1 as well. The Trojans, they'll have 9 kills in the 3rd frame. Dunsmore blocked back over, and there's block number 6 for SAU. Dunsmore had that little change-up swing, but didn't see where the block was and played it right into the hands of Spring Arbor. Cougars down by 3 in set 3. This serve is deep. Adams slaps it high. Bragg, left side Cerniak. A change-up is dug by her high school mate Nodder. Far side Nibelink. Change up dug by Fifield of Taylor. Bragg. There's Sarah Scott. And it's dug nicely as Nodder sends it to 4. Cross-score dig is Fifield. Bragg. Dunsmore down. 3rd kill for Jalen Dunsmore. As the Taylor football team starts the TU and boom chant on the 3 hits on the offensive side. Carly Ware makes her first 3rd set appearance. Nodder, near side Nibelink. Fifield slaps up for Bragg. Adams, a changeup, played back by SAU, but right there is Churchwell. But Churchwell called for the double hit in the back row. Taylor football head coach Aaron Mingo and his family here. I'm sure to make sure that the football guys down below us don't expel too much energy before their game with Butler tomorrow. Pancake dig, Fifield. Oh, that's bad. Taylor head coach Aaron Luthi not happy. Ryan Cerniak, who is normally steady Eddie, shows some frustration here. And the kill and the point to SAU. They're to within 4. 15-11 on what looked to be a beautiful pancake dig from Fifield. Bragg, near side Cerniak to the backside, and it's dug by Johnson. Lefty swing. This one will rainbow out of play by Fernahue. 16-11, the Taylor lead now. Grace Isaacs back in for the Trojans. Cerniak, Adams, Bragg, Ware, and Fifield to round it out. And Fifield will play it on the line, far side, right in front of the SAU bench. Ace for the former SAU Cougars, Stephanie Fifield. 6-point Taylor lead. Nodder back set, dug by Fifield, back over the net on the Nibelink try. Nodder in the middle. Fernahue off the block for her second termination. 17-12 the SAU deficit. Most competitive set of the night right here in set 3. Ford to serve. Has an ace tonight, this one deep to Ware. Bragg back set, Cerniak, and that is almost automatic. 5th kill for Cerniak, and Taylor's lead is 6. Here's Parrott. She's done everything tonight except get an ace. And this one off the top of the, now he won't even get there. Bragg will save the back of Grace Isaacs' noggin because that's where that serve was going. 5-point Taylor lead once again. And it looks like here's Abby Rissman in to serve. 5'2" sophomore from Utica, Michigan. And she gives the point right back on a service error of her own. 19-13 the Taylor advantage. And it's Adams to handle the serving for TU. Rissman sends it high. Nodder chases it down in front of the scorer's bench across from us. Ford in the middle, dug forward by Fifield. Bragg on a slide to Isaacs, blocked and dug by Parrott. Bragg left side to Sarah Scott, and it's dug by Churchwell on the near sideline. Fernahue down and through the block nicely. That's 2 kills in the set for Fernahue, third of the night. Fernahue, like Scott, a nice surprise off the bench, the 2 freshmen for their respective sides. Churchwell, the Spring Arbor libero, will send it over. Adams almost passed over. Bragg tapped it down. Spin wheeled in by SAU. Near side Peters, dug cross court far side. Keeping it alive almost was Bragg on the try from Fifield. Taylor starting to get a little bit sloppy here in the third frame. They were clinically precise in set 2. And their lead is turned to 4 here in set 3, 19-15. Taylor's biggest lead in the frame has been 6. That's twice, 13-7 and 17-11. Their lead was cut down to 3 at 13-10. That's the closest Spring Arbor has gotten since calling the timeout, down 10-5. Spring Arbor won set 1, Taylor won set 2. And it's 19-15 Taylor, and now 20-15 Taylor on the 9th service error for Spring Arbor. 20-15. Trojans out front. Dodane to serve, replacing Isaacs. Scott, Dunsmore, along with Bragg, Parrott, and Amanda Adams. Nodder, quick set Ellis. Dodane gets her hands on this one for Taylor. Bragg, left sideline, Scott. Snuffed out by Churchwell. Nodder, near side, Peters. Rainbow try, dug by Scott. Bragg, back set to Parrott, behind the line, going back row. Nodder, quick set up to Ellis, tapped, dug by a sliding Nikki Parrott on her right knee. Bragg, down the middle comes Adams. Change up, and Nodder will tap it high. Churchwell sets up Peters through the block and out of the reach of Parrott. 6th kill for McKenna Peters. And again, SAU to within 4, down 20-16. Fifield returns for the Trojans. Peters out for SAU. In place of Emily Johnson, who will handle the serving. It is a fun, rowdy night, thanks to these Taylor students here in Odell Arena tonight. Bragg to Scott, who's been stellar tonight. Dug, pinpoint accuracy by Johnson. Near sideline, Ford, and she rockets one off the block of Bragg and Dunsmore. The Trojans just didn't get out to the near side, pin it enough time, and Ford, the senior, knew exactly what to do with it. Taylor's lead down to 3. That forces the first Trojan timeout since set number 1. They lead 20-17. Spring Arbor with the serve here on the Trojan Sports Network.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
When you need the fuel to be your nephew's #1 fan, Holiday Inn Express. We're there, so you can be too.
It's been an offensive clinic from both teams here in set 3. Spring Arbor with 12 kills, 3 errors on 30 tries for a .300 hitting percentage. Taylor, 11 kills, 2 errors on 24 attempts for a hitting percentage of .375. Taylor leads by 3, but SAU has been trimming away at it. Bragg sets up Dunsmore left side, blocked, and Parrott's dig attempt is kept alive by Dunsmore, and Adams will send it over. The Trojans just avoided getting blocked for the 7th time tonight. Middle of the behind the line swing is Adams, and just on the line, far side, and head coach Aaron Luthi knew it right across from us. Spring Arbor's fans unhappy. Their view, though, is about as good as our view is on either side of the floor. 21-17, the Taylor advantage. Cerniak back in to spell Parrott, and Bragg will serve. The good news is both coaching staffs have been unhappy with the official tonight, and that means it's pretty even. Bragg over. Notter, Eilis up high, sliding dig is Bragg's. Parrott, or make that Fifield, Cerniak's swing is Doug, and Adams will play it left sideline. Scott trying to go back row, and that one out of bounds. Extra cheering from the SAU faithful with one out of bounds. 5th error from Sarah Scott. And the Taylor lead is just 3, late stages set 3. 21-18, just the 3rd attack error for Taylor here in the frame. Notter, the setter, will send it over. Adams, Bragg, Cerniak. Money. 6th kill for Cerniak. And the Trojans go to one of the top right sides in the league. Carly Ware in to serve. A skip and a right hand over. Notter in the middle for Ellis, trying to go near side. Bragg will dig it out. Left sideline, Adams. Off the tape. Was it tapped? It was. And that's a kill for Amanda Adams, number 13, to pace the match. Spring Arbor has one more timeout if they want it. They trail 23-18, and they'll take it. That leaves Taylor with one timeout left. 2 points away from a 2-1 match lead.
Join the Trojan Club today and support Taylor student athletes 12 months a year. The Trojan Club has 4 different levels of membership for you to choose from. Each level receives complimentary season tickets, while the Athletic Director Circle and Trojan MVP levels receive gifts from the Athletics Department. Over the years, members have helped supply the funds for a sports information position, purchasing equipment for teams and the athletic training staff, and providing broadcasts of Trojan athletics like the one you're enjoying right now. With the support of alumni and friends, the Taylor combination of spiritual growth, outstanding academics, and a highly competitive intercollegiate athletic program can continue. To join, call 765-998-5311 or log on to TaylorTrojans.com and click on the Trojan Club tab at the top of the homepage. The Trojan Club, supporting Taylor University student athletes.
Spring Arbor out of timeouts here in set 3. The Trojans 2 points away from winning set 2 and 3 and going up 2-1. So they trying to move to 15-2 on the year, 5-1 in the league. Spring Arbor trying to get back to 500 overall. They're 8-9 coming in. Notter back set to Ellis over the block, but Ware's right there. Cerniak tiptoes and plays it back to the middle, and Bragg will 2-arm it over. Almost falling over was Johnson. Bad set goes into the net, and the first miscue from Notter tonight makes it set point in set 3. And the students know what to do. They rise to their feet. It's 24-18 Trojans. Notter, near side Nibbling, dug by Fifield, kept alive by Adams. Notter, far side Nibbling, dug by Fifield, kept alive Dunsmore. Braggle left arm it over. Cross-court pass near side, blocked and kept alive by Johnson for Spring Arbor. Back set Nibbling around Adams, and Ware can't get the dig on the Nibbling try. 5th one for Allison Nibbling. Still set point, Taylor up 24-19. Ellis back to serve for SAU. Into the net, and Taylor wins set 3, 25-19. To set 4 we go with the Trojans on top 2-1.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, we agree, and we'd like to help. Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Ryan Jones, Mark Sieglin, and Rob Sisson, can help you get started today. They are proud corporate partners of Taylor University Athletics. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland is proud to support Taylor University Athletics. Located at 148 South Main Street, Best One is open 6 days a week. Owner Mike Pearson and his staff offer replacement tires from brands like Bridgestone, Firestone, and Goodyear. Customers can also shop for tires from the comfort of their home by using the online tire finder. When it's time for mechanical repairs, Best One's ASE certified technicians can perform a wide range of services to get their customers back on the road. And those same technicians can do repairs on fleet vehicles as well. Taylor Athletics says thank you to Mike Pearson and everyone at Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland.
Greek's Pizzeria in Upland opened its doors in December of 2017. Over the years, there have been more than 140 Greeks opened across the country, with 24 Indiana locations. When it comes to pizza, Greeks offers customers the option to create their own pizza or to try one of Greek's specialized pizzas. Greeks uses fresh, homemade, hand-tossed dough, Greek's Italian sauce, select blended cheeses, gourmet toppings, and the same method of preparation since the first restaurant opened in 1969. The kitchen can also whip up a sandwich served on fresh French-style bread, or it can put that sandwich into a pizza shell wrap. Customers can also add breadsticks or French-style bread as a side item. Greeks also offers a selection of salads and assorted dressings as well. Greeks is located just off Main Street in Upland and is a proud supporter of Taylor University Athletics. Greek's Pizzeria, it's our taste.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
We've moved our camera up so you folks can see the floor a little bit more. We're joined by all of our friends here at the end of set 1 and into set 2. Oh, there are times I laugh when I get paid, when I realize I get paid to do this. Thanks, Taylor. Set 4 we go. Taylor won set 2, 25-12. They win set 3, 25-19. They're trying to wrap this one up tonight. Go to 2-0 on the week, 5-1 in league before the big matchup with number 16 Indiana Wesleyan here tomorrow at 3 p.m. That'll be the second of our 3 home broadcasts tomorrow. It all gets started tomorrow at high noon with men's soccer and Missouri Baptist. Women's volleyball in the middle. And then we've got football tomorrow night in their home opener against Butler. First serve of the fourth set will be SAU's. The setter, Hope Notter, sends it over. And it's a violation against Taylor. And Taylor head coach Aaron Luthi comes down to get an explanation. Looks like someone So Taylor out of position before the serve even happens. And so our down official was waiting to call that. A miscue for Taylor, one of the few they've had since a disastrous set one. 1-0 Spring Arbor trying to keep move the match to winner-take-all set 5. Dunsmore doesn't want to do any more of that. Quick sweep over and off the block. Fourth kill for Dunsmore, and set 4 is even at 1. Fifield to serve. Notter. High in the middle. Ford dug by Bragg. Fifield left side for Adams of Taylor going back row, and that one just over. Taylor wants it to be on the far sideline. Aaron Luthi can't believe it. Just the 4th attack error for Amanda Adams tonight. And that's the first one since set 1. 2-1 SAU. Ware to Bragg, far side Adams, off the block. Nice effort from Churchwell. She just couldn't keep the ball up. 2-2, set 4. As new Taylor president, Dr. Michael Lindsay, shaking hands behind the SAU bench, along with VP Dr. Skip Trudeau. Good to see Dr. Lindsay making his way to his first home volleyball match of the year. Parrott rips it over. Notter backs at far side. Nibelink through the block, and Nibelink trying to get back going again. 6th termination for her. She was a key cog in set 1, was quiet in sets 2 and 3. Back and forth we go in set 4, 3-2. The Spring Arbor advantage. They've got the serve with Allison Ford. Bragg, near side Adams, has been good on this side of the floor, and it continues. 14th termination for Adams, the only player in double-figure kills. (3-3) in set 4. Amanda averages 4 kills per set, so she's right on pace to match that tonight. Isaacs blocks. It's kept alive by Churchwell. Fernahue sends it over. Behind the line swing Adams. There's kill number 15. Back-to-back kills from Adams. 15 for the super senior. And it's 4-3 Trojans in set 4. Adams floats. Churchwell gets in front. Notter back set. Nice swing by Nibelink off the block for her 7th kill. And set 4 back level at 4. Abby Rissman in to serve, received by Fifield. Near side on the quick set, and it's blocked on the Isaacs try by Fernahue and Peters. So Fernahue's first block, Peters' first block. That's number 7 for Spring Arbor. They've outblocked Taylor tonight 7-4, but that service error continues to rear its ugly head for SAU with their 10th miscue from the service line tonight. And again, we're back even, this time at 5. 5th tie of set 4. Dodane with a sidewinder over, scoop back to the near side. Churchwell sets up Peters, but it goes down the line and stays on SAU's side of the net. Fourth error for Peters, and Taylor takes a 1-point lead. Taylor hitting 176 for the match, SAU 142. After that dreadful set number one, Taylor's offense has been great, and Fernahue plays this one too far. Second error for her, and the Trojans take the first 2-point lead of set 4, 7-5. Dodane to serve again. Much like Parrott, who had the hot hand in set 2. Almost stumbling down was Peters, out of bounds and over the block. Peters almost tripped forward, had to kind of elongate those steps as she slid forward, and that pushes the Taylor lead to 3 at 8-5. Dodane almost got an ace, pinballed around Peters, over the head of Parrott, diving attempt for Adams will dive down. Sixth kill for Peters, 8-6. The deficit for SAU as they try to extend the match to set 5. Fernahue to serve. 3 aces for the freshman this season. First time she'll serve tonight. Adams plays it straight up. Bragg, left side Scott. A changeup that just sneaks over the net. And a home court roll for 4 and white. 6 for the freshman. Parrott out, Cerniak back in. And the Taylor lead is 3 once again at 9-6. Bragg. Good one, Nodder. Ellis tapped over by Dunsmore. Churchwell sets up Peters' far side. Bragg digs on the near sideline. 5-field high. Cerniak goes to get it. Blocked and dug by Parrott. Nice read from Bragg. And a little dance to go with the kill to the near side corner. 10-6 Trojans. Spring Arbor calls a timeout. A slow start, but Taylor, after tying it at 5, now leads 10-6, trying to wrap the match up in 4.
Your heart, well, your heart is everything to you and your body. And its favorite place to be is home. Marion General Hospital has been named a nationally accredited chest pain center, which is the highest accomplishment in cardiovascular care. We are proud to provide our community with a team of cardiac experts throughout MGH. From our ambulance and emergency room to our cardiovascular departments in partnership with our experienced local cardiologists and interventional cardiologists from St. Vincent's Medical Group. The same level of cardiovascular expertise in bigger cities at larger hospitals is available right here. Everyone has their expertise. At MGH, our expertise is your heart, bringing the best in the nation home to you. Your heart is in the right place at MGH.
Out of the SAU timeout, Taylor leads by 4. Bragg will play it to the back row, and Churchwell will play it up. Near side Ellis, beautiful swing from the senior Claudia Ellis. 8th kill for her. The 6-foot senior from Danville just so graceful in the air. And that draws SAU back to within 3. And another good job by the Cougars, getting a point out of the timeout, something they've done multiple times tonight. Bragg in the middle for Taylor. Cerniak, a missile left side. 7th kill for Ryan Cerniak, coming off of her 12-kill performance on Wednesday. 11-7 the Taylor lead now. They won set 2 25-12, won set 3 25-19. They're up 11-7 here in set 4. Ellis too soft on the changeup as she hung in the air. She's done that once tonight where she hung, looked like she was going to drive it hard, and then pulled it back. This time a little too soft, and Taylor's lead is 12-7. Short one here, Ware into the net. Played alive by Nodder, back to Ford, and Ware goes down to get it. Bragg back, Adams rainbows over, and it's dug by Johnson. Near sideline, Ford over the block, out. Was it tapped? It was. or a net violation. No, they're going to say that Cerniak got her hands on it. So her high school teammate Ford gets the better of Cerniak here. 9th kill for Ford. 12-8, the Taylor lead here in the 4th stanza. Nodder, Cerniak's high school teammate as well, a Covenant Christian, will serve. Ware caught on her elbows. Fifield dives to keep it alive, and Ware will get it over. Fifield scampers back into position. Ford tapped, diving dig. Adams skied by Bragg. Fifield two-arms it over. Nodder backs at far side. Nibelink over the block, dug by Bragg. Fifield near sideline. Cerniak through the block, and 2 big digs set up Cerniak's 8th kill. 13-8 Trojans in the 4th stanza. And Fifield, the libero, will handle the serving here. Sidewinder that Ford will play back in. Ford gets it back from Nodder. Fifield digs, Bragg, far side Adams, but Bragg got into the net. That right shoulder just caught the bottom by a whisker. 13-9, the Trojan lead now in the 4th stanza. Churchwell to serve for Spring Arbor. Bragg calls, pops it to Adams, who sends it right off the block. Nibelink and Fernahue couldn't get there in time, and Amanda Adams right on pace, 16 kills, matching her per set average. The Taylor lead back up to 4. Back up to 5, excuse me. Parrott. Churchwell plays it forward. Nodder, back set for Nibelink. A right-hand punch dug by Fifield. Bragg, second hit, almost caught Johnson. Johnson off balance. Good recovery by SAU. Parrott digs the forward try. Down the lane comes Adams. Fifield will save it as Adams whiffed, and that allowed the Trojans to play it over in a 3rd hit. Isaac's right there, solo block. Ford fades away, and Ware digs. Bragg sets, Adams terminates. It's a diving dig, back row Churchwell. Near sideline, Ford off the top of the tape. They'll say it went off for the Trojans. Isaacs finds the back corner like she's done countless times throughout her career. 6th kill for Isaacs, and Taylor takes their largest lead in a while, up by 6, 15-9. Spring Arbor head coach Betsy Martinez, unhappy across from us, thought the Trojans got away with the 4th hit, but that ball just trickled over the fingertips of Amanda Adams, and Fifield was right there to back it up. Over the top of the tape, and Parrott finally gets the ace. (16-9). And if Parrott can make it 2 in a row, this place is going to go nuts. Just pulls it out of bounds near side on a hook. Back to a 6-point Taylor lead, 16-10. They've been good. Just 4 service errors tonight. Actually, now make it 5, excuse me. But Spring Arbor has given them 10 throughout the evening. Bragg, near side, Isaacs who hangs, and Churchwell digs for SAU. Nodder comes out of nowhere. It's played over on the right hand by Peters. In the middle, Adams goes to get it. Diving dig from Ford, beautifully for SAU. 2 Spring Arbor players are there. Fernahue taps and it's dug by Parrott, excuse me. Isaacs goes back corner. Diving try from Ford will send it backwards. 7th kill, Isaacs. Spring Arbor will take their 2nd and final timeout of set 4. 17-10, the Trojan lead. They're up 2-1 in the match. And the students starting to feel it here.
Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland is proud to support Taylor University Athletics. Located at 148 South Main Street, Best One is open 6 days a week. Owner Mike Pearson and his staff offer replacement tires from brands like Bridgestone, Firestone, and Goodyear. Customers can also shop for tires from the comfort of their home by using the online tire finder. When it's time for mechanical repairs, Best One's ASE certified technicians can perform a wide range of services to get their customers back on the road. And those same technicians can do repairs on fleet vehicles as well. Taylor Athletics says thank you to Mike Pearson and everyone at Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But
New president of Taylor, Dr. Michael Lindsay, and one of his daughters sitting across from us here taking in his first volleyball match of the year. And also former Taylor volleyball player Montana Ashline in a VIP seat down there in row 3 right behind the scores table. 17-10 for her alma mater as Fifield plays it forward. Scott goes up high, and her stellar night continues to roll on. 7 kills for Sarah Scott, who averaged just below 2% coming in. 8-point Taylor clearance, and before Adams can turn it loose, a towel will be brought out to mop up some sweat in the back row. Taylor hitting in out of this world 429 in set 4. 12 kills, 3 errors on 21 tries. Spring Arbor, after being great in set 3 to the tune of 231. 4 kills and 4 errors here in set number 4 on 21 attempts. (18-10) the Taylor lead. Far side swing, Nibbling, dug by Parrott. In the middle is Adams, a changeup. Nibbling can't get there, and Adams continues her strong night with 17 terminations. 19-10, the Taylor advantage. They were dreadful in set 1. They have been anything but in sets 2, 3, and now 4. As Adams sends a knuckleball over with pace on the serve. Peters uncorks, and Bragg will keep it alive. Fifield back to Bragg, lefty swing cut off by Churchwell. Near side Peters, she'll play it into the net. 6th miscue for Peters tonight. After having just 3 in set 1, Spring Arbor has now committed 18 in sets 2 through 4. Taylor up 20-10 in the 4th stanza, trying to run away and hide, and another miscue for SAU makes it 21-10 home team. Adams will serve with Taylor up by 11, and now up by 10. 6th service error for TU. Nibelink out, Rissman in to serve for Spring Arbor. Bragg backs at Isaacs, blocked back over. SAU looks for a 4th hit. Scott will rainbow try. It's leaning and dug by Ford. Peters near sideline to the back row, leaning and digging is Adams. Left sideline, Scott off the block, and it's dug up by Peters. Nodder in the middle for Fernahue. Slapped by Parrott. Isaacs going back row, this one with too much juice. And Grace knew it almost the minute it left her hands. Back-to-back Taylor miscues brings SAU to within 9, 21-12. Needing a set 4 win to extend the match. Bragg, far side to Scott. Change up and almost caught Nodder looking. Fernahue tried to go back row. Adams dug, and it went sailing over the net. Near sideline, Peters. Parrott pops it high to Bragg. Isaacs unloads and gets kill number 8. And Taylor's lead back up to 10, 22-12. As Isaacs has been a rock star tonight. Dodane to serve. Goes deep and Ford plays it high. Ford gets it back from Nodder. Adams, Bragg, Dunsmore. Out of the way, nice read in the tap. It'll land. Nikki Parrott can't believe it. Half the football team and lacrosse team down below us can't believe it. But it's a kill for SAU, and one that looked it might have just snuck over the near sideline down below us. 9-point Taylor lead, 22-13. And the point given right back on the 11th service error from the visitors. 23-13. 8th block on that one for SAU. Peters and Fernahue. They're 2 points away from their 15th win of the year. Up high, Peters, rainbow for Fifield digs. Back set Cerniak. It's blocked back, and it brings us to match point. 9th kill for Cerniak. And Odell Arena rises to its feet. 24-13 here in set 4. The Trojans a point away from moving to 5-1 in the league. Bragg sends it over. Good receive from SAU. Peters right side, blocked and tapped high from Notter. Back to Peters again right side, change up, Fifield dives, Bragg keeps it alive, but a double hit called against either Fifield or Bragg. Taylor's fans don't like that. Still match point with Taylor up by 10, 24-14. Emily Johnson wants a new volleyball and gets it. Adams receives, Bragg sets, Cerniak goes and gets it and tools off the block. And Cerniak's 10th kill of the night ends the match as the Trojans win the last 3 sets in a row, capped off by a 25-14 set 4 triumph. Taylor now 15-2 on the year and 5-1 in the Crossroads League. They'll remain at worst tied with Mount Vernon Nazarene and tomorrow's opponent Indiana Wesleyan for second place in the league standings after tonight's competition. Taylor and Iwu tomorrow at 3. We're back to look back at this one on the Ivanhoe's post-match show next here on the Trojan Sports Network. Join the Trojan Club today and support Taylor student athletes 12 months a year. The Trojan Club has 4 different levels of membership for you to choose from. Each level receives complimentary season tickets, while the Athletic Director Circle and Trojan MVP levels receive gifts from the Athletics Department. Over the years, members have helped supply the funds for a sports information position, purchasing equipment for teams and the athletic training staff, and providing broadcasts of Trojan athletics like the one you're enjoying right now. With the support of alumni and friends, the Taylor combination of spiritual growth, outstanding academics, and a highly competitive intercollegiate athletic program can continue. To join, call 765-998-5311 or log on to TaylorTrojans.com and click on the Trojan Club tab at the top of the homepage. The Trojan Club, supporting Taylor University student athletes.
Your heart, well, your heart is everything to you and your body. And its favorite place to be is home. Marion General Hospital has been named a nationally accredited chest pain center, which is the highest accomplishment in cardiovascular care. We are proud to provide our community with a team of cardiac experts throughout MGH. From our ambulance and emergency room to our cardiovascular departments in partnership with our experienced local cardiologists and interventional cardiologists from St. Vincent's Medical Group. The same level of cardiovascular expertise in bigger cities at larger hospitals is available right here. Everyone has their expertise. At MGH, our expertise is your heart, bringing the best in the nation home to you. Your heart is in the right place at MGH.
Ivanhoe's has been serving Taylor students since 1965, when Ivan and Carol Slane purchased the restaurant. Located on Main Street, Ivanhoe's is less than a mile from the Taylor campus and is open 7 days a week. The menu features choices for lunch, dinner, as well as 100 different milkshakes and sundaes. Customers can find other dessert items as well. The staff is proud to support Taylor University and appreciates the support of Ivanhoe's through the years.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
to be your nephew's #1 fan. Holiday Inn Express. We're there, so you can be too.
Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland is proud to support Taylor University Athletics. Located at 148 South Main Street, Best One is open 6 days a week. Owner Mike Pearson and his staff offer replacement tires from brands like Bridgestone, Firestone, and Goodyear. Customers can also shop for tires from the comfort of their home by using the online tire finder. When it's time for mechanical repairs, Best One's ASE certified technicians can perform a wide range of services to get their customers back on the road. And those same technicians can do repairs on fleet vehicles as well. Taylor Athletics says thank you to Mike Pearson and everyone at Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, we agree, and we'd like to help. Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Ryan Jones, Mark Sieglin, and Rob Sisson, can help you get started today. They are proud corporate partners of Taylor University Athletics. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Back here inside Odell Arena, Rick Johnston and our player of the match, Amanda Adams, who now is the 10th all-time leader in kills. You had 14 coming in tonight. You now have 18. What's it mean to move to the top 10 all-time in kills?
I mean, it's awesome. It really speaks into our team and our setter who's just getting the job done. It was a rough first set, but she was able to move us around and open up the court so that could happen. So I'm very impressed with her and the way she led me in that, and yeah, it's really exciting to have.
Casey had 39 assists tonight. By your own admission, I'd say you probably had a below average first set, right?
Yes, definitely.
What flipped, not just for you, but the whole team? Because you guys hit negative 207 in the first set, and then you flip it and go 15 kills, 4 errors, 297 in the second set. What happened between 1 and 2? And how do we bottle that and just use it for the rest of time?
Right. It's just a mindset change. We know that we're capable of accomplishing great things. We proved it for the next 3 sets, but we just got in our own heads. So you have to be able to step back and recognize that we didn't play to our best, but that we're not held down by that, and just be able to come out and perform the way that we know how. It comes into just having your teammates come in and feed into you and say, like, hey, you got this. And my team did a really good job at that, and I had confidence because they gave that to me. And I think that's what happened with the whole team. We were like, hey, we got to figure it out, and we did.
You and Grace could have graduated last May and become adults. You decided to come back and keep being kids. You guys are 15-2, 5-1 in the league. This place has been a nut house this week for Wednesday and then tonight. Is this why you two came back?
Absolutely. We knew our team, we're a seasoned team, was going to be very successful and very talented this year. We have so much faith, not just in this program, but each individual player. We knew the freshmen that were coming in, and there was just no way we could walk away from that. And just the joy that it is to be on the court and to have so many fans and so many supporters. You just don't get to replicate this in any part of your life. So being able to come back and put on a jersey, it just means a lot more this year than it ever has before.
How much fun are you two, you and Grace, the old ladies of the group, how much fun are you two having this year?
They call us the grandmas of the team, but we still have an absolute blast. Again, it's just a bonus year to us, so there's a lot of freedom in that, and I think it's producing in the way that we're both playing. But out on the court, we just are having a ball, and we know that if we continue to have fun and do what we love, that it's going to be a win, whether it is on the scoreboard or not, and so far, it, for the most part, has been. So it's just an absolute blast.
Big one tomorrow with some school called Indiana Wesleyan tomorrow at 3. What goes into your recovery tonight to get ready for a big one tomorrow?
A lot of ice.
Yeah, a lot of ice.
Sleeping, obviously, and just coming in tomorrow. Today was great. It was fun to win, but tomorrow we have to restart and we have to prove ourselves again, and that's what it's about. So I would say recovery is just a mindset check, figuring out what we need to fix from tonight, looking into what they can do tomorrow, and just getting ready for another win.
At this point, do we just go get you one of the big bags of ice you get at the gas station and just kind of pull that out and just go get a new one and just kind of divide that up for you and Grace?
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely.
Well, congratulations. 10th all-time in kills, 18 tonight, and good luck tomorrow against Indiana Wesleyan.
Thank you so much.
That's Amanda Adams, our player of the match. We'll let her go say hi to her family and everybody else. We'll bring in the head coach, Aaron Luthi, who now has 101 wins here at TU. So Amanda will slide out. We'll make the quick change as she exits stage left. Aaron Luthi, the head coach, will enter from stage left or stage right. I wasn't in theater growing up, so I'm not sure where my stages are, where they're entering from. I know it's an exit of stage left. Ta-da.
Ta-da.
Okay. So before we talk about tonight, have you ever seen two matches back-to-back that have been this packed on this side in your entire time here in 6 years?
No.
Did you see all the friends that we got that came up?
Yeah. And then they slowly trickled into the middle to make like a mob.
Well, there was kind of a shouting order, and the next thing I know, the entire section moves. Is it as cool as I think it is looking over there?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have a really good judge of it, but it's got to be pretty good over there,
it's
right?
Fun. Yeah, it's still fun when you look across our court and, you know, we're in a big rally and you see this whole section just like go nuts and
like that.
Yes, just like that, just like that. So no, it's a blast, especially coming off of last year where we didn't have the capacity to have fans and stuff. It's just that it brings that much more energy and excitement to our gym for sure.
I'm going to start at a place that I think is going to surprise you. Sarah Scott had 7 kills tonight, and I know she had 6 errors, but she had some timely kills, particularly kind of started there in the first set when things were going right, and she just carried it through the whole night. She's someone I know you're really excited about.
Yeah, I'm really excited about her, and it's one of those things, just a fun fact, she's never been an outside. She has played middle most of her life. So when we brought her in as a utility player, and I just said, hey, be patient with the process and we'll kind of see where you land. And we didn't realize it would be this soon or this fast, but excited about what she's doing for our team. She's so stinking coachable, and just, you know, has that fire and that competition, and, you know, you tell her to do something and she fixes it right then and there, and she came up with some really important kills tonight for sure.
23 digs for Stephanie Fifield against her former team. She's pretty good.
Yeah, that's fun. That's fun. And I think this one meant a little bit more. This is the first time she's played them since she was there 3 years ago. And so I think that's special. She still has friends on the other side. So probably a little bit of emotional game tonight for her to come in and be able to show her thing a few years later. But, yeah, Steph showed up and did her job well tonight. And she even had one more that they called down, and it wasn't down. So.
But you know, so 20, so
24.
So 24
should be 24. Yeah.
Got it. We'll tell Seth. We'll tell Seth to change that later. But you get 4 girls with double-figure digs, 12 from Bragg, 12 from Parrott, and 10 from Ware. And there were times I know Nikki Parrott didn't get a lot of aces tonight, but there was a stretch there in the second set where she was on fire from the service line. Yeah,
she served I think 11 in a row.
Yeah.
And you know, we had that was the shift that we needed in the match to. We were playing defense to their offense in that first set, and they came out firing like no one's business. Now, our game plan was not executed on any level in any way, shape, or form in that first set, but that was the fire that we needed to push them back on their heels, and then we were able to run our offense in the way that we had anticipated that we would. So, yeah, that was a huge push for us for Picky and her serves for sure.
It was probably a good thing that the president didn't show up until after the first set, right?
Yes.
It was a key time to not show up.
He just thinks we're awesome, so there you go.
That's good.
That's right where we want him.
And you look at the makeup of this team, and we talked about it a couple weeks ago, the big comeback at Grace, you know, taking care of Huntington. You know, maybe in years past, this thing of one tonight might have gone to 5, particularly after the start you had. It goes back and forth, blah, blah, blah. We get to 5, and set 5 just kind of is weird sometimes. Is it a flip of the culture and the mindset now that you flip when everything went terrible in set 1, and then you just steamroll through to back and forth 3, then you steamroll through 4?
Yeah. And I think we have 2 operating levels at this point, and it's like game mode and like kill mode and then like safe mode. And for whatever reason, we came out, we made a couple of silly errors in serve receive, and it just we kind of imploded after that. And that's the most fascinating part of volleyball, are the momentum swings. And then we made some silly errors. Things went their way, some luck on their side. And then they were obviously pushing us deep. Everything was out of system, and we just couldn't get our feet under us. And so that there was a huge reset in between the sets, and our girls knew what they needed to do, and they came out and did it. And I think that's one of the biggest changes from last year, is that probably would have been lagging in our minds, and it was gone. So super proud of our girls. I made them Girl Scout promise never to do that again. I like my hair brown. Yep. Literally Girl Scout promise. And so hopefully that's out of our system, because we have another big time match tomorrow.
Yeah, big one tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's always big when Indiana Wesleyan comes in here.
Sure.
But at the worst, you guys are going to be tied for second with them in Mountain Vernon Nazarene. So there's still some pretty good jockeying with Marion only a match ahead of everybody. It's really, really big, big one tomorrow, even more so.
Oh yeah. And they're young and they're talented, and they have a ton of energy coming in. They played really well against Spring Arbor. It's just so happened when I was scouting Spring Arbor, I was also scouting IWU, and so that helps a little bit, kills two birds with one stone. But yeah, I'm excited to see. I like their style of play. It's very similar to ours, and I'm excited to see how it goes down tomorrow. These are the games that we look forward to.
We start our big weekend off on the right foot. We'll have 3 in a row tomorrow, and we'll see you in the middle at 3 o'clock right here against Indiana Wesleyan.
I'll be here.
Congrats.
Thank you.
That's head coach Aaron Luther. We're back to wrap it up next on the Trojan Sports Network.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Join the Trojan Club today and support Taylor student athletes 12 months a year. The Trojan Club has 4 different levels of membership for you to choose from. Each level receives complimentary season tickets, while the Athletic Director's Circle and Trojan MVP levels receive gifts from the Athletics Department. Over the years, members have helped supply the funds for a sports information position, purchasing equipment for teams and the athletic training staff, and providing broadcasts of Trojan athletics like the one you're enjoying right now. With the support of alumni and friends, the Taylor combination of spiritual growth, outstanding academics, and a highly competitive intercollegiate athletic program can continue. To join, call 765-998-5311 or log on to TaylorTrojans.com and click on the Trojan Club tab at the top of the homepage. The Trojan Club, supporting Taylor University student athletes. Back inside Odell Arena for the final time here on the Ivanhoe's post-match show. Taylor wins in 4 tonight. They dropped set 1 25-15. They won 2, 3, and 4, 25-12, 25-19, 25-14. And their attack percentage was above 290 in 2, 3, and 4. 297, 367, and 344. After having just 6 kills and 12 errors in the first set, they went 15-4 in 2, 14-3 in 3, and 16-5 in the fourth and final set. Amanda Adams becomes the 10th all-time leader in kills at Taylor with 18 tonight. She needed 14 coming in. Ryan Cerniak also got double-figure kills with 10, including the one that ended the match in the fourth. 8 kills for Grace Isaacs, 7 for Sarah Scott, 4 for Jalen Dunsmore, and 4 for Casey Bragg. Bragg led the way in assists with 39. Stephanie Fifield led the way in digs with 23. 12 digs for Bragg for the double-double, 12 for Parrott, and 10 for Ware. The Trojans tonight had 4 blocks, a solo block from Isaacs, also had 4 in total, had her hands on 3 others. A block for Scott, a block for Cerniak, a block for Bragg, and that was it for Taylor tonight. 8 blocks in total for Spring Arbor, 1 solo for Claudia Ellis. She had 4 in total. She had 8 kills, 8 for Allison Ford to go along with 2 blocks and 10 digs. 7 for Nibelink, also 2 blocks for her. A kill for Nodder and a kill for Roop, and blocks for both of them. 1 for Nodder, 2 for Roop, and 6 kills for McKenna Peters and 3 for Abigail Fernihue. Leading assister was Hope Nodder with 26. Frances Churchwell, their libero, had 16 digs, 10 for Allison Ford. Spring Arbor falls to 8-10, 1-5 in the Crossroads League this year. Taylor improves to 15-2 overall, 5-1 in the Crossroads League, and they welcome number 16 Indiana Wesleyan in here to Odell Arena tomorrow. Our first serve will be at 3. That's the middle match, or middle game of our 3-game slate tomorrow. Noon, men's soccer versus Missouri Baptist. 3 o'clock, volleyball versus Indiana Wesleyan. And 7 o'clock tomorrow night over at Turner Stadium. The football team plays their home opener against the Butler Bulldogs, trying to win their second game in a row against the Dogs. Special thanks to Kinsley, our on-site producer. Our camera operator tonight was the always talented Ashton Whitman. The executive producer of the Trojan Sports Network is Cameron Andrew. For Kinsley Rushing and Ashton Whitman, my name is Rick Johnson. We thank you folks for tuning in tonight. We hope you will join us for all 3 of our broadcasts tomorrow. Noon, 3, and 7. 3 o'clock here inside Odell. Taylor versus Indiana Wesleyan for the first time this season. Taylor wins tonight in 4 over Spring Arbor. They're 15-2 overall, 5-1 in the Crossroads League. Until we talk to you tomorrow for an action-packed day on the Trojan Sports Network, we say goodnight. From Upland, Indiana, this has been a presentation of Taylor Volleyball on the Trojan Sports Network.